In this video, I'm going to guide you through using Alibaba.com, the world's largest platform of manufacturers and wholesalers, as a one-stop solution to find more suppliers, more products at lower prices than your competition, and in far less time than you've ever spent searching for products to sell. And I'll show you how to use those to start winning more government contracts. Alibaba.com is awesome. But stick around till the end of the video and I'll give you two other rock-solid sources for finding product suppliers outside of Alibaba.com, including one great one for finding American-made products. If you've run into the Buy American Act, you know how important that can be. So stick around and see what we can learn about Alibaba.com. First, let's talk about what Alibaba.com is. It is the single largest platform of suppliers and products in the world, bar none. Alibaba currently has over 200 million products from more than 200,000 different suppliers. In fiscal year 2023, Alibaba did an estimated $126.5 billion in business. That's billion with a B. Now, how can you take advantage? Well, let's get started. First, you're going to want to create an account for yourself on Alibaba.com. Alibaba.com, pretty easy to get started with. Come into their main home screen, click on Sign Up here in the top right corner. This window will open. You're going to want to join Alibaba.com. Put in your country, where you're from. You are here to sell, purchase, or both. I'm going to say purchase. I'm going to put my email address in here. I'm going to build a password for it. My name, my company name, if you have one, but you do not have to be a business to register with Alibaba.com. You can register as an individual if you decide to do it that way. It's that simple. Now later you'll want to go into the settings and put some of your sales tax exemption information and maybe some other shipping addresses, those types of things in the system just to make it more efficient for you. But for now, that'll get you started. Step 2 is to research the products you're looking for. I'm going to log in so I can do it live with you right here on the screen. Slide the slider, click slide in, and I'm logged in. In their home screen, there's one big search bar right there in the middle. Tell it what you're looking for. Let's make up something. I am looking for ballpoint pens. Click search, and boom. You could scroll for days and days with all the ballpoint pens that are in here. You can get more specific in your search terms if you need to. If you need something that's not a pen, if you need a mug, if you need a piece of equipment. Let's say I want to look at bounce house. You can go through, you can find those all you want. Now, once you've found what you're looking for in Alibaba.com, you're going to want to reach out to those suppliers. My big recommendation here is to find 3 or 4 that are similar and reach out to all of them to find out who you mesh with, who you click with in the communication realm, how fast they get back to you. You can tell by responses to questions if it's somebody you want to do business with or not. You kind of develop a feel for who you can trust and who you cannot. Now, on the issue of trust, Alibaba protects the buyer on every transaction done through their platform. And these suppliers are absolutely obsessed about keeping good ratings. So they will not mess you around, but you could end up in a situation where they tell you it's going to take 45 days and it ends up taking 90. Those types of things can get you in trouble. So you need to find people you can work with, people you can build a relationship with to go back to in the future for other products, and start establishing those in Alibaba right up front. So let's say I like this giant maze right here. I'm going to click on the image. It's going to open it up. The first thing I want to do if this product meets my requirements is I want to contact the supplier. Now, contacting the supplier will bring up a window where you can type a message and it will email it to them. And that's fine. I do that frequently. It's not a bad way to do it. The other way is if it happens to be late at night here in the States or early morning like it is for me, I can click on Chat Now and it will open up a chat window and I can start messaging with these people right away. Now, if they're monitoring their message box, you'll get a response quickly and you can start the dialogue on whatever the product is you're looking for and start connecting with sources that you think are going to be trustworthy. There's another way to go about doing this. As you get more comfortable with Alibaba.com, you can go into your message board, go into buying leads. If you look here at the top left, it says My RFQs. I can post an RFQ that will go out there. Let's say I want bounce house. And I know my client's going to want 5 of them. I'm going to put some notes in here. You can type whatever you want, except you can't put your email address or phone number in the RFQ. It won't let it post. So I am looking for 5 water slide bounce houses. Must be delivered by, make up a date, April 1st, 2024. As you scroll down, you can put a picture in here if you want, if you've got one that you like, or you can just click Invite Suppliers to Quote. Now what that does is it posts your request out there in Alibaba world for all to see. Your message board will now start getting responses from vendors, and once again, you start the process of establishing a relationship, building that trust, and try to narrow down who you're going to use. Now, once you've got contact made with these people, all you have to do is request a quote. Just type it out. Hey, John, I need a quote on 5 of these. I need you to include shipping costs to my final destination in your quote. All of them will do that. Very few will tell you, no, I can't give you shipping quotes. I've never had it happen. They will all try to quote you EXW, which means as it comes off of their assembly line and is sitting on their shipping dock but has not left yet. That's the price they will try to quote you, but make sure you tell them you need it DDP to the final destination. And that will get you a quote that is all costs considered and everything figured into it so that you can now quote your government agency in whatever bidding opportunity you're working on. The next step in my list is to verify and validate. Alibaba does have a rating system. You can go into any manufacturer, search for them by name, you can pull it up by the products you found, and once you've done that, look at their rating. Let's do another one. Let's look at Bounce House here one more time. And let's go into some of these. Let's just pick Spider-Man here and see what theirs says. This particular one is going to tell us that this supplier has 13 reviews, 5 stars, and here's my biggest hot button in Alibaba. This number right here, if you can see the cursor, how many years have they been listed on Alibaba.com? This particular one's been there 14 years and they've got 13 reviews with 5 stars. Piece of advice, if it says 1 or 2 years, you might want to shy away from it. Look for the manufacturers that have been listed on Alibaba for a long, long time. If they've got good reviews in addition to that, that's just a bonus because that tells you that they do what they say they're going to do and they could be a really good source for you moving forward. That's a great thing about Alibaba. They protect the buyer, they give you the ratings and reviews, just like going on Amazon. If you're buying a product, you can do the same thing here on Alibaba. So verify and validate. Ask all the questions, dot all the I's, cross all the T's. Step 5 in this deal is once you've purchased whatever products you're purchasing, you can have them shipped directly to the end user, which is what I do most of the time. There are the occasions where I have to take 3 or 4 different product shipments, put them together into one. In those cases, I have had them shipped here to my office, repackaged it and shipped it out. I prefer to have them shipped directly to the end user. Now, a lot of your government contracts are going to require very specific labeling. All you have to do is tell your rep at this Alibaba.com company what that labeling is, and they will do it for you. They are very, very easy to work with 99% of the time, and it's a great platform for getting those special touches done to make sure that your delivery is in compliance with whatever the contract stipulations were. Step 6 was meet government standards. Make sure whatever products you're buying do that. Order a sample if you've got time. I've had some that were a little chintzy, a little bit less than what the government wanted. They did meet the standards, and so we were okay. But if you've got the time and it's an inexpensive product, order the sample, have them shipped to you so you can touch, feel, taste, look at them, use them. Make sure what you're selling is what you want your name associated with. Step 7, you've done all of this. You've got the number from Alibaba.com. Submit your bid. You're armed with numbers, you're armed with all the information, and you know based on their history and their reviews that they're going to deliver like they say they're going to deliver. Post your bid, win the contract, order through Alibaba. Now, when you order through Alibaba, they will send you a pay link that you can point, click, pay. Sometimes I pay via ACH, which requires my bank getting involved, or I'll wire transfer, so once again, my bank is involved. Sometimes if it's a small enough order, I'll just put it on my debit card and I'll click the link, pay it. Alibaba keeps a record of every single transaction you've ever done with them. Good records for you. If it's a tax exempt type deal, they'll help you with that also. So they offer all kinds of extra services to help you make this order as seamless as you possibly can. Now, I told you early in the process of this video that I was going to give you some bonuses, some extra places to go look. Let's say you can't find your product on Alibaba.com. Or let's say you get into Alibaba.com and you're just not comfortable with it. Here's 2 more sources you can use when looking for products. Here's the first one, globalsources.com. It's also a database of Chinese manufacturers. Same type situation. Top right, you'll have to register your business so that you can buy from globalsources.com. Go into Global Sources, search for products, search for manufacturers. Let's see what they've got for bounce houses here. It's just a smaller version of Alibaba.com, but once again, a really good source for Chinese manufacturers, just less products to choose from and less buyers in here to compete with. So you may be able to establish an even better relationship with the vendor you're dealing with. Now, here's the one that you're going to use when you're dealing with the Buy American Act, the Berry Amendment, or if you have to maintain TAA compliance with your products. thomasnet.com. Most of these suppliers are North American-based manufacturers. I already have an account, so let's look for beanies. Just make up a term. It's going to pull up manufacturers that produce beanies in North America. Now, if you look over here on the left, I can click Made in USA. There are some searches where it will actually offer you can click on TAA compliant. That way it'll make sure that the country of origin is on the TAA compliance list that the federal government has. I clicked Made in USA, and it's showing me some companies that make these beanies here in America. I can then reach out and contact those suppliers, and I don't have to worry about being in compliance with the Buy American Act. So we had globalsources.com, we had thomasnet.com, 2 really good sources that'll help you find products while you're bidding on government contracts. That should get you started. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below, message me, like, subscribe. It really helps me do more videos when I get feedback from you guys. So do that, hit me up in the comments. Beyond finding products, bidding on government contracts, winning these contracts and making a new life for yourself, let's start one step at a time. I want you to go have the best day ever.